You're saying that, one religion is being targeted here, or that, this is Ayyappa devotees being targeted. The state says, look, we're as committed and to ensuring the welfare of Ayyappa devotees, to looking out for what's happening in the Sabarimala temple. They're citing the fact that an Ayyappa summit was also held, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar.
Now, what can I say? I mean, when the 2G scam came out, Kapil Sibal scrambled and said there is a zero loss. When the coal block scam came out, P. Chidambaram, the India Alliance partner of the CPM, said coal is in the earth. How can there be a scam? Look, this justification of every corruption scam that comes out is an age-old practice by those who have been caught with their hand in the cookie jar. It's neither new nor is it novel. Now, for Pinarayi Vijayan, and I today read out a speech that he made during as his opposition leader in 2006, and he said, and I'm paraphrasing in English, he said that those in public life and those in government must have a sense of accountability and also must have a little shame when they do the wrong thing. And if you have both those things and a scam is committed, you will resign. This was his words to the then Chief Minister, Oomen Chandy of the Congress, when Oomen Chandy was caught in corruption. Now, these words have to be read back to the current Chief Minister, that in politics and in democracy, when people believe you and give you a mandate, you owe them a sense of accountability, and you also should have a sense of shame when you do something wrong, when you betray the people. Now, both those aspects are not in display as far as this government goes. And that is why people are asking him what was good for the goose in 2016 is surely good for the ganders in 2024. You laid out some principles, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, in 2016. Live by the same principles in 2025, now that you're the CM.
There's also, of course, a huge debate over freeing temples from government hold. It's something that I've seen in Tamil Nadu, also neighboring to Kerala right now. Do you think that there is a similar debate in Kerala as well, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, about whether temples should be freed from government control? What do you think about that?
No, look, I want to make 2 points about this, Akshita, and I'll make these are very responsible points, and please don't misunderstand this for some random religious commentary. Number one, it is clear to me, and I'm sure it's clear to most people who dispassionately look at this issue in Kerala, that there is a clear reverse discrimination happening against the Hindu community. And I ask you a very simple question. Why is it that in a state that has got many, many religious shrines of almost every community in the state, why is it that the Hindu temples are the ones that are being constantly targeted for looting, corruption, and malfeasance? Number one. So I would argue strongly, Article 14 of our Constitution guarantees non-discrimination for everybody. Why is it that the Hindus in Kerala are being discriminated? Number one. Number two, the broader point about state and government. Now, you mentioned the Ayyappa Sangamam that the government of Kerala organized. This is the same government in 2018 that wanted to destroy the traditions of Sabarimala, that has registered over 3,000 cases. Those cases are still pending against Ayyappa Bhakts. They did not withdraw even one of those cases before they had this Ayyappa Sangama. And in this Ayyappa Sangama, totally unprovoked, totally without any reason, the Chief Minister says, those who expect the state government to give up control of Devaswoms should stop dreaming, because we will never give up control on the Devaswoms. Now you know why. The state control of Devaswom is because, just like the Congress and the UPA wanted control on public sector banks, this is a piggy bank that is being looted by the CPM government. Point number one, this is absolutely unambiguous, and the activities and what has come out in the last 5 days just prove me out. What we are asking is not for relinquishing state control of Devaswom boards. The BJP's point here is, if the state government is regulating a Devaswom board, then the state government should be accountable for that regulation and oversight. They should hold themselves accountable. There should be transparency. The Devaswom vigilance reports for the last 30 years have not been made public. Why not? We are asking for the Devaswom vigilance reports over the last 30 years to be made public. So we don't have an ideological view on whether temples should be controlled by and overseen by governments or not. But certainly when the governments do oversee temples and Devaswom boards, they have to be accountable for that oversight, and they should not be predators of the Devaswom board. They should not loot the Devaswom board in temples as is happening in Kerala today.
So then, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, when you talk about what's happening in Sabarimala, do you think the rot runs right up to the ministers? Because the government right now is saying that, look, this was on the part of the Devaswom board, that officers of the TTB are involved, that this has nothing to do with the government, the ministers. What do you think?
Let us not be naive. The CPM, the entire ideology about the CPM, okay, Marxist ideology of the CPM, exemplified by the dictator Stalin and Mao Zedong, nobody in that system can move a step without their big bosses saying move a step. This is the CPM. They have killed and maimed and used the politics of violence like no other political party has ever done in the history of Indian democracy. So to feed me or to put a story out there saying that it is some small guy in the Devaswom board who had the guts and the temerity to somehow undermine this all-powerful chief minister and these vicious, violent Marxist cadre and go do a private corruption scam of his or her own. Well, I wasn't born yesterday, nor was any Malayali who's listening to this born yesterday. Nobody's buying the story. In the CPM, unless the chief minister says, do this, nobody does anything. Unless the minister says, do this, nobody in that ministry or that department will move a finger. So this is the CPM. This is not the Congress. The Congress has a much more federal form of corruption where each minister can do his thing and fill his pockets, as you can see in Karnataka. But in the CPM system, centralized control of the political leadership on their cadres, on their government setup is a known fact. There is empirical evidence, there is real evidence, and there is a history of facts to prove that. So if somebody is trying to feed a story today that there is some junior guy responsible for this multi-crore corruption, multi-year corruption, sorry, but the Malayalis are not buying it, and maybe somebody else may in Moscow or in China or Beijing, but certainly not in Kerala.
It's a big allegation to make, because what you're suggesting then is that this goes right up to the Chief Minister of Kerala. The Kerala High Court has stepped in. They've ordered an SIT investigation into what's happened and where this missing gold is. Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us here on India Today.